Welcome. Happy Sunday, all. I'm going to tell you now, I'm in my pajamas. Usually when I go live, I wear pajama pants and something professional on top. Today I'm isn't that cute? In my pajamas, full head to toe. These are pajamas Kristina Werner gave me. Kristina and I went and stayed Lila and I went and stayed at Kristina's house for the Concord and Night summer camp. When we got there, she had these pajamas for me and she had a pair of pajamas for Lila that are the same, but they have pineapples all over them. And so, I went up to get dressed for this and I'm like, the cold weather came in last night. So I deserve to wear pajamas. We're supposed to get snow tomorrow. I know a lot of you got snow, and for that, I'm very sorry. So yes, I'm in cozy. These are from PJ Salvage. Look how cute that is. The softest pajamas in the whole wide world. Anyway, welcome. I'm glad you're here. It's Sunday. I really like going live on Sunday because I feel like it's a chill afternoon. I try to focus on things that I think are fun for me, things that I wanted to do or wanted to play with or something like that. I know there are a million things you could do on a Sunday, but I very, very much appreciate that you're here with me. So I was at church this morning and listening to what they're doing to provide meals for families in need during Thanksgiving. I thought, you know what? Today, I'm going to donate everything I earn from this live to pay for some Thanksgiving meals for those in need. So let me talk a little bit about that and then we'll start playing. So the way that I've talked about this in lives before, but the way that I earn money in lives is through affiliate linking. No company pays me directly for any of my videos. I do not, they don't say, here's $50 if you make a video. It's nothing like that. They send me products in hopes that I can hopefully use it and that I have time to use it. And then the earning that I get is from the affiliate linking. So when you buy something, the company gives me a tiny little tip on it. But the cool thing is the company pays the tip, not you. So it doesn't cost you anything, but it's inexpensive marketing for the companies. It's like a thank you to me. It helps everybody. It helps you because you get more content. It helps the companies because they get their products out there, and it helps me because I can keep doing these videos. So I do affiliate linking. It's always described in my YouTube description below. So I'm very open about that, but I do not take direct payments for companies for these videos. That way, the reason I do that is I can stick to using what I want to use. Like if I were on a design team, I might be assigned a certain product or only get certain products. This way I can use the things that are truly something that I would pick. So I just wanted to let you know about that. So today, I thought that everything I earn from this live today, I will use to buy food for those in need. As you know, folks who rely on SNAP benefits are hurting around here in the US, and Thanksgiving is coming. So I'm not really sure how I'm going to do this, but I'm going to do it, okay? Maybe it's something that we can talk about during the live. The church that I go to does a lot in the community. It's one of those big churches that does a lot. They were giving $100 grocery store gift cards to anybody who came in with the SNAP benefit card or whatever to help them out. So I thought about doing $100 gift cards and taking them somewhere that can distribute them. Then I know that my church, and it's not about my church, it's what they're doing. I can use them as a vehicle for this. They do a thing where people take a box and a list of things to put in the box. And it's everything you need for a Thanksgiving dinner for 6 to 10 people. And so it's like cans of corn, box of stuffing, a bunch of things like that. And then in it is also a $20 gift card to a grocery store to get the turkey to go along with it. So I thought maybe I could do that because that's something I could go buy all the supplies and then take pictures of it and show us delivering it. And then they deliver it to homes in need in the area. And they do something like 10,000 boxes. So that's another thing. But I want it to be something where I can do this and get it out to the people in need as opposed to giving to some big organization. I think. So something like that, where I know that it's going to go directly. Does that make sense? So when I told Greg, because I'm using Concord and 9th today, when I told Greg I was doing this, what do you think he said? What do you think he said?
He'll donate.
He will match whatever I donate. So we're going to do double. So if you purchase anything from Concord or any of my links today, in the description below, the percentage, like the percentage that I get from that purchase, I will be donating, and then Concord and 9th will match. And I will be very transparent, showing me buying all these things sometime this week. So we can talk about what that might be, whether it's the gift cards or those boxes of food where they get delivered directly to somebody in need. And I see lots of super chats coming in. Thank you. I will tally all that up. Mike will tally it up because I don't know how. And he will add that to it, okay? So do know with super chats, YouTube gets a chunk of that. I can't help that part, but what is left, we will add up and we will incorporate into that. So I just thought this was something good. You know, keep in mind, if you're buying something, right, it's a small percentage that'll be going to a good cause. If you have the money and the means to directly donate to like your local organizations or anybody who's helping those in need, by all means do that too. But I thought this would be fun because it'd be a fun way for me to create today, you to possibly buy some supplies that you enjoy and help some people at the same time. Yeah. So the church I go to is a big church that is known. They're on the news a lot for how much they donate to the community with no strings attached. So I feel confident doing that, but I know not everybody has had good experiences with churches. I totally get that. But what I'm considering doing is those boxes. It's a giant box. I can show you the list of all the things that they want to go in it. And then you take the box in, and on Saturday, we deliver them all to the church, and they deliver them to the houses. That's one of the things I'm considering. But this is something we could maybe talk about during the live a bit, but I want it to be something direct, you know, that I can see that food and then see it getting passed on and share photos of that with you. I am quite concerned if I do those boxes, how I get all those boxes to where they do the delivery, but I'm thinking I know enough local people, like Betsy Green is local. I know a few other crafters, and then I also, local friends I could try to get to haul some of them because they're big boxes. So I got to think about that. So all of you, VA, Red Gem, Harry, Clara, Maureen, Steph, oh my gosh, Rebel Soul, Rachel, Debbie, Denise, Stephanie, Cindy, Lynn, Peg, Dawn, Morai, TJ, hi TJ, FL Crafty Girl, Carla, Lisa, Susie, Brianne, all of you, thank you for your super chats. I appreciate that. I will donate what I get from that to what we're doing. And then Concord and 9th said they'd match it. I know Concord and 9th does a lot for around Thanksgiving, for helping around holidays, for helping, and this is something else he said he would do. Yes, I could just take the lump sum and give it to like Feeding America or any of those organizations, which I donate to. I've donated to many times in the past, but I think this time it would be fun if you guys could see directly. I would take some photos, maybe share them in a future live. Thank you, Tracy. Share them on my Instagram stories, that kind of thing. So it's something to think about. Let me think of what else. I don't know. So I'm trying to figure that out. I was just sitting in church today listening to them talk about that. I'm like, Sundays are about casual crafting and having a good time, so why not? So we're going to try it. Another thing that you can do, My Puppy Cake says she volunteers at the local food bank every week. I can't donate as much money as money is tight, but being made redundant in my job and going through a divorce, I can volunteer to hand out food. That's perfect. So if you can't buy or donate today, It's okay. It's okay. Another thing you can do is make some cards and take them to like a food bank where people are volunteering or working to get these products out. Anything to just encourage or thank people goes a long way too. So yeah, people are asking about Venmo. I don't even know my Venmo username. How's that for helpful? I'd have to figure that out. Maybe I could mention that in another live, another way to do it. Thank you, Christine. This is perfect. My husband, can you scroll back up? It says, my husband and I were just talking about how we can help those who need it right now. I'll be donating locally for those who need it. Great. Scrappy Tales is here. She just made a donation. She's got a great new release coming. Thank you all. I'm not going to be able to keep up with all those, but please know I'm going to figure out a way to do this, and I will let you know.
YouTube does
take a chunk.
Yeah. Well, YouTube also has a page where you can see what has come in, so I can know exactly how much.
Oh, there you go. So Mike will be able to get a total from the super chats, but then I will be able to get a total from any affiliate earnings today. So thank you. Yeah, GoFundMe's tough because there's a tax liability too. So I wanted something just kind of quick that we could do today and put into action right away. And if this resonates with people, then maybe right before, like at the beginning of December, I'll do something more formal where it's like, where I've got more of a plan together, where you could directly donate or something. I don't know. But I would encourage you, I know there are a lot of national organizations, but what I have learned, I've been doing a lot of reading, what I've learned is every community has people who are in need and are affected by everything that's going on. So I was surprised to hear the percentage in the area that I'm in that are affected by this. And I think you all would probably be surprised too. So I think anywhere we can take this would be great. Maybe Greg and I could split it, and he could take some to his area and I could take some to my area. Thank you, Wendy. Thank you all. So I don't want to harp on this too much. I think you're all aware of the needs that are out there. And thank you, Carol. This is just something we can do today. Yes, yes. And again, I know that many folks here things are tight for you. So don't feel any kind of pressure. You could either volunteer, you could just make a card for someone, or you can just spend the time here getting a break from the chaos of this world, okay? Thank you all. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, so much. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to play. I am using Concord and Ninth and Kristina Werner's new release. It was released this morning. There is a product in this release that holds a special place in my heart. Would you text Kristina and tell her to get in here if she can? Okay. Kristina's feeling better, by the way. Good. Yesterday, I think she took a big turn because
she's never going to eat eggs again in her life.
Yeah, I don't know. But we're raising funds for those who are in need for food right now, especially around Thanksgiving. Yeah, see, Oregon has 40 million people on SNAP benefits. See, it's everywhere. It's everywhere. So I just wanted to do something directly instead of just sending it to an organization, which is a good thing to do, right? But I thought it would just be a little more, I think there's something about what we do with handmade cards where we really give them like that personal passing off to someone or mailing to someone directly that feels good. And so to be able to give kind of directly felt good too. I really like the idea of buying all of the products for a Thanksgiving meal and passing it on. But maybe we can talk about it as I'm creating. Okay, so thank you everyone. Yeah, there are some areas that are really, really hurting right now. And it's neat to see how many people are volunteering too. 42 million on Snap nationwide. Oh my.
Kristina said she's watching, but she's on her TV.
Oh, Christina's on. Hi, Kristina. Did you see my pajamas, Kristina? They're the ones you gave me. Same. Yes, federal employees who are not being paid right now too. So there are lots of needs right now, and more than ever. And so, military. Yes, So this would provide to people, whatever they are, whatever their situation is, and everybody deserves to have that kind of kindness.
Especially Thanksgiving.
Yes. I think Thanksgiving, a Thanksgiving meal, I don't know. So I will be using Kristina Werner and Concord and Ninth, and I have some things planned. I have, and this is not a political statement by any means. This is a fact. And we all, I think everybody here has a big heart. And it's not about why all this is happening or what's going on. It's the fact that it's happening and directly impacting people. And so we want to help them. That's it. Everyone deserves to eat, as Wendy says, right? Okay, so just don't take it there, please. So I'm using Concord and Ninth and Kristina Werner today. There is a product, I'm going to try not to cry today. This is another reason why I wanted to do this today. There's a product that Kristina designed in her newest release that she designed kind of with me in mind. And I think it's really a very special set that I think works well for what we've been talking about too. So let me start with that. I'm going to show you with this how I'm going about making a bunch of, it's a sentiment set, so making a bunch of die cut sentiments that we can add to cards. And then I'll start making some backgrounds that we can add those to. I have a fun technique that I don't think I've done before. Let's hope it works. And then from Concord and Ninth, I have like kind of it's a different kind of card too. So I'm going to do a lot of different things today. Yes, air traffic controllers. There's a lot of people here. It's a hard time. So thank you all. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. And I'm not organized with my thoughts with it because I just thought of it today. I'm sorry that I didn't I don't know, think this through more, but here I am. I think it's real. I think you're all probably wondering what you can do too. Okay, so, but I have lots of things planned. And then I have another Concord and Ninth card I've started that we'll just need to wrap up, and a couple Kristina cards I want to do with stenciling, and I'm going to be here as long as I have energy. Okay, so yay. Thank you for all being here. Okay, so let me show you this set from Kristina. So I've mentioned that this year has been a really challenging one for me for various reasons. It all started when my dad was sick and then passed away. And it was it's just been 2025. I'm already putting up Christmas decorations because I want to make it happy around here. It's been rough. So Kristina, a couple months ago, said to me, she designed a stamp set based on the messages that she's been sending me through the hard time that I am having. And her messages have been really good for me because they're always a positive, like it's gonna be okay. And sometimes when you're going through really bad stuff, prayers are great, but you also just want to hear it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. So she actually took a bunch, Kristina, I hope I'm getting this right. If you're on the sofa and can't leave a comment, text Mike and ask me if I'm getting this right. She
said she's watching on her TV, commenting on her phone. So
oh,
she just did comment.
Oh, she is here. Okay, she is commenting. So I think from what I gathered from Kristina, these greetings were ones that she's texted me over the past few months. And I'm not going to cry, but I am going to show you the sentiments because I do believe that these are messages that we could all use now more than ever. So let me switch to the overhead. This is the set that I've been waiting to have come out. There she is. Kristina said, you're right. Kristina's been a gift to me this year. So these kind of messages were the texts that helped me the most. So when she put them all into stamp set, this is fantastic. So it's called the Everything Will Be Okay stamp set. Okay. And there are coordinating dies. So let me show you. It's got sentiments like everything will be okay. I promise. This is tough. It's okay to feel this way. I'm here for you. Call or text anytime. You'll get through this. Hang in there. Cheering you on. Thinking of you. You're strong. Better days are ahead. Each day is one step closer. You can weather the storm. Everything will be okay. So it's a lot of these handwriting sentiments from Kristina, and then also little text sentiments. So you could use them together or put the text ones on the inside. And I'm telling you, as much as these meant in text messages, to get them on a card, a very powerful thing. And she, trust me, she sent me encouraging cards too, but to have these that I remember her sending me just gets me. So there's the large stamp set. There's also this 4-row faux stitching stamp that you can put along your card. I like that it's long because it'll go on a 5x7 card or smaller. Then there's a coordinating die set, and look at what she did. Our friend Tina asked her to do this, and it's great. See, it says right here, you'll get through this. That means this die lines up with the you'll get through this stamp set. Oh, so you don't have to play that puzzle game to figure out what goes together. Where does the Amaryllis die set come from? It just scrolled by. Amaryllis. Come from in the card back. This, I don't know. This was made by Linda Gorman, one of my friends who's been sending me, I don't know. If Linda's here, maybe she could text me and tell me. I'm not sure. Maybe Spellbinders? Maybe? I don't know. I'm not sure. Does it matter if you use the Simon or Concord and 9th link? It doesn't matter at all. I will tally the two together. And keep in mind, if you're shopping over at Simon Says Stamp, even for this stuff, they have a free gift right now. You can find it on my recent blog post. It's a free stamp set with any purchase from their new release. So if you're buying Concord and 9th stuff over there and then just buy one thing from their new release, you would get a free stamp set. So that's another thing you could do. But I was going to say more, but I don't think I should. These greetings have been a lifesaver to me, so I'm really excited to use them today. Oh, that's a honeybee die. Thank you, Patricia. This is what she was asking. Our friends at Honeybee. Melissa's amazing. So Linda Gorman is my friend who made this. Linda, where is it? Come on, focus, pocus. Linda knows that I've had a hard year, and every day she sends me a text, just something encouraging. But you can see she used, this must be Honeybee die set, and she put some shimmer on it. Isn't that beautiful? Gorgeous. Okay, lovely layers Amaryllis. Lovely layers Amaryllis. Yeah, you can add it to the supply list if you want. Yeah. Now, if you're interested in any of these links, because I should say this, in order for me to know that you bought anything and I should donate a percentage, you got to click one of my links first. If you click any link from Concord and 9th, that means everything you buy at Concord and 9th, that percentage will, like a little percentage will go to me and that will be donated, okay? That's how it works on every live, just so you know. When you click one of my links, I get a small percentage, and that's what pays us, content creators. Anyway, but again, I do not take any direct payments, so that's how I earn my money. Most of my income comes from affiliate linking, which is what I'm talking about. I do make a small percentage from when I teach online events, and then I make a percentage when I teach online card classes with Kristina. I don't take any other direct payments to use products from companies. Yeah, Linda did make a great card, didn't she? If you don't see links in the description below, you might need to refresh the page. Kristina does make great products. Now, keep in mind, Kristina's products are made by Concord and 9th, so you can either buy them on the Concord and 9th website, or you can buy them on Simon Says Stamp, and I encourage you to look at both links below. Hi. Okay, so before I start making some backgrounds and making cards, I thought I'd show you how I'm going to go about making a lot of these, because after this live is over, I'm hoping tonight I can make a ton of these, because I feel like these greetings are so needed right now. Okay, so this is, again, everything will be okay. Oh, good. Thank you, Dina. I'm so glad you got the Better Press, because it's a great tool. You'll love it. You'll love it. Okay, so let me show you what I did off screen, because I started this. I was too excited. I took something on my eyelash. I took some of the sentiments from the set, and I put them all into the door of my Misty stamping tool. And I stamped them all onto white cardstock. So they're all stamped in the same spot on all these sheets of white cardstock. Okay? Then, so I've left them all in there. Then I put in a piece of thin paper. Any kind of thin paper works. So recycled some junk mail, printer paper, anything like that. I have a piece of graph paper here because it's left over from when my son taught calculus, and I'm an engineering nerd, or took calculus. I'm an engineering nerd, and I like graph paper. It just happens to be thin. That's why I use it. So I put that in the corner and stamped on that thin paper too. So on all of these pieces, it's stamped, all the sentiments are stamped in the same spot. This is an excellent way to mass produce sentiments. And if you're like me, I'll show you. What the heck was that? Oh dear. If you're like me, I have lots of pre-done sentiments. Let me just grab one of my containers of them here. Hang on. Okay, so these are all, this is just one of my drawers of pre-done pieces ready to add. I mean, these are various companies. That's Waffle Flower. This one is Simon Says Stamp. This is Kristina's. I mean, I've got a bunch of these ready to go to add to cards. So if I'm in a hurry, I just can grab some of these, and that's what I'm preparing today. Question, if I click only one link, percentages from the sale goes to you for the whole purchase or for that one product. If you click one of my links, like say to this stamp set and add it to your cart, then you go and click maybe a stencil set, that will go to me too.
You don't even have to buy the initial purchase.
You don't even have to, if you went to just look at one thing and you don't even end up buying that, it puts on your computer what's called a cookie so that the computer remembers that you clicked my link. Cookies get a bad reputation. Sometimes it'll ask, a website will ask, do you accept cookies? And if I get why on some sites you don't want to accept cookies, but for these small businesses, they're not doing anything bad with your information. The cookies allow our content creators like me to get paid. Okay, so they're not giving your information out. So those little cookies, if you can accept them on those crafty websites, it really helps content creators like myself. Are you allowed to link Simon Says Stamp on this live? Everything will be okay. Yeah, I linked to Simon Says Stamp in the
It's in the list.
on the list. It's in the description below.
Can dig it out.
Oh, this is a font. Okay, it's beautiful. That's okay. Kristina, it's a great set. If you already have things in your cart, do you need to empty it first and then refill it with your links? I have no idea. How's that? I have no idea. Don't worry about it too much. Just do your shopping and it'll all work out. Does that make sense? Yeah. Pooh Hug says, we like cookies. Yeah. Don't worry too much about it, really. Here's the thing. If you see me do a release from like Concord and Night and you like it, but then you go watch Kristina's live and you're more inspired by it, click her links. This is good for all content creators. Affiliate linking is a very positive thing. And I think it gets a bad rep, but if you ask any of the small businesses, they would say it's beneficial to them because think about it. These small crafty businesses cannot get a commercial, right? And there are very few magazines left, right? I don't know if there really are that they can advertise in. So this is a way for them to get their contents or their products seen. Anyway, I didn't mean for this to be about affiliate linking, but I wanted to explain to you how I'm donating today. So what I'm doing, do you get credit if cookies are turned off, but you use a discount code you give us? Yeah, I do. I get it if your cookies are turned off, that's completely fine. I mean, everybody's got their things. It's all good. So what I'm doing, see, Elizabeth is here. She owns Pashta Design, who stitching dies I use, and she said, we are Pashta Design and we love our affiliates. Yeah, I know, like for...
You just got an order from them.
Yeah, I just got stuff from Pashta. I'm going to be using her stuff on Small Business Saturday for my all-day live. Anyway, they will tell you that it's something positive for them, or they wouldn't do it. I mean, there are some small businesses in the industry who don't really do affiliate linking, and I get it. It does cost them money. It does cost them money. So, I don't know. I'm just trying to share what it is because I feel like there's a lot of misconceptions out there. So all I'm doing here is, this is Easy C tape. Probably should have used something stronger for this, but I was chatting. And what I'm doing is, this is the piece where I stamped on thin paper, okay? And I lined up the dies and put lots of tape on it because I want the dies to stay on there. And now I'm going to run this through my die cut machine. Oh, yes. Do I still, Andrea said, do I still organize my pre-made sentiments in that magnetic album, or do I have a different approach? Eventually they'll make it to the magnetic album. They just don't get there right away. They go into that container until I get a chance. There you go, Scrappy Tales. She owns a small business. It says, affiliate links are great for my small business, a great way for marketing and for giving back to our designers. There you go. So I don't know. I don't want you to think that, I don't know. I feel like it's positive for everyone, and that's why I rely on it. Okay, so this is Easy C tape. Sorry, it's a highlighter tape. It's low tack, so it's great for holding dies in place when you die cut. It doesn't tear your cardstock, but any temporary tape will work. So now I have cut from this thin paper all of those sentiments, right? And I have the dies taped to it. Now I can take, this is heavyweight white cardstock, and I can take this and line it up. Watch. I just lay it on top because they were all stamped in the same spot. See how that's all lined up around the edges? And if you want to, you can tape it to make sure it doesn't shift. But my cardstock is underneath that thin paper. And now, when I run it through, it'll cut all those sentiments perfectly. Somebody said they were getting warping with their Empress plates. Make sure you're not using the metal shim, and that should work. I don't know, do I have Easy C tape in the description, Mike? So now, look at all this.
Yeah, you do. It's Easy C. It's kind of in the middle.
Easy C tape is kind of in the middle of my YouTube description below, so you can find it there. The link is.
I don't know if it's in the description. Probably not.
Oh, it might not be in the description below. Okay, here's the thing. Here's another thing I can describe with links. YouTube doesn't let you put a giant, a lot of text in the description below, so I can't put all of the links there. So that's why at the top of my YouTube description, there's a link that has the word live in it. And if you click that link, it'll open up to a new page, and you can scroll down and see thumbnails of all the products that I'm using. And in that, we'll have everything I'm using, even some of the common things that I might not be able to fit into my YouTube description below. All right. Easy C tape comes in a bunch of different colors. It comes in pink, blue, yellow, green. It's also called highlighter tape. So you could maybe, it's just a low tack tape. All right. So look at how fast I am to create these because I've left those dies onto this piece, and I can go through and line all of these up very easily and cut them all. And look at all the sentiments I'll end up with. All right. All right, I'm just looking at the comments, seeing if there's questions. So now if you wanted to, so I can continue to die cut these out, which I'll probably do off screen. But I wanted to show you, if you're like me and you like to put dimension behind your die cuts, let me show you what you can do. Let me pop these out first so I can continue to do the rest of these, but I'll do that off screen because I want to make a background. There's a stencil set that I'm just dying to use from Kristina. Now, if you want to put dimension behind it, which means die cutting a couple extra of each die cut, just take this piece and put it on blank white cardstock. And that will cut out a extra layer of those to put behind some of these. So what I would do is die cut all of these, die cut a bunch from white cardstock as I'm doing here, and then go sit in front of a movie. May I recommend Elf? It never gets old. And glue these to the back. So this is a puzzle game here. So I just glue that to the back for some added dimension. So I would continue and cut all of these and then cut probably 2 sheets of white for every full sheet of stamping that I did. And then I would have that dimension behind it. Yeah, this helps because every time, look how perfect it lined up with every single one of those, because I just took the time to do the trick with this tape or this paper. What are the weight of the cardstock sentiments that I used? This is 110-pound Classic Crust Solar White, which is a very heavyweight cardstock. The reason I cut this from thin paper is if I did this from heavyweight cardstock and this from heavyweight cardstock, it wouldn't want to cut through the bottom layer as well. Okay? Yeah. So my oldest daughter does costume work for a theater in Seattle, and they're doing Elf the Musical right now. Starting at the end of the month, and she did like the costumes for it. So I think I'm just going to fly out just to see that. Yeah, buddy, I hope you find your dad. I say that line so much around here, it drives my family crazy. Okay, so I'm going to continue to do these off screen, but I wanted to also show you something else. There is a die set. This is an older set from Kristina, and I keep it on this board in my cabinet because it has a bunch of essential dies in it that I like. So there is a 5x7 die with the extra metal on the side, which keeps it from warping when you run it through a die cut machine. A lot of times if you have a thin rectangle die and you run it through a die cut machine, the outside edges kind of warp and you don't get a true straight edge. So this does 5x7. This does 4 1/4 by 5.5. Those are good basics. Then there's a circle, hello die, heart. Then there are lots of hearts in different styles, and I'm heart picky, and these are great hearts that you can scatter on your card. There's a curved edge, a thanks, a heart, and then these two. These are sentiment strips with that extra metal so that you don't get the warping on your sentiment strips also. So I didn't do many of these, but I do plan to go do them. And I have Everything Will Be Okay from the Everything Will Be Okay stamp set. And this one cuts out that thick sentiment. All right, so let me, or that wider, that 2-line sentiment, I guess. Then this one will cut out the 1-line sentiment. So I can run this through, and then I can trim the sides to be whatever width I want. And I don't have to worry about getting those sentiments lined up straight on my cardstock and cutting it with a trimmer. I am heart picky. Cheryl, see? So when I used to do work with Hero Arts, when I worked for them, Aaron used to tease me because he would show me a stamp set design, and I would say, I love it, but those hearts are wonky. They're not right. They're sad hearts. And so he would say, you're heart picky. It's true. Okay, so let me show you. So now this, I can trim the edges to be whatever I want it to be. Oh, welcome. I'm glad you're new here. Merited Shades of Light. I'm glad you're here. So those I can trim down. So I just wanted to let you know. This is Kristina's Essential Die Set. It's not new. It's been out for a while. But these are basics that I think are fantastic. So say you do, you know what? I'll use this. After I stencil a background, remind me to use one of these, okay? Or I'll forget because I'm old. Okay. I'm not that old, but I feel it. Is it too late to sign up for my class starting Monday? Absolutely not. You can join. Hold on. I got a text from. Oh, okay. Greg was texting me that he can't stop by the live because he was at the Pinners conference this weekend and is worn out, which I get. What did somebody ask me? They just asked me something and it's gone from my thought. Oh, class on Monday. No, you can sign up for that class any time of the week or the year. Anytime, sorry, anytime. I was trying to read a question while answering. Online Card Classes is a business I own with Kristina Werner, and we have So Very Merry 2025 starting on Monday. You can join anytime. You can watch the classes and use whatever products you have on hand, or you can order the bundle that we used and make the exact same ones. So just, you can sign up anytime. In fact, you can sign up for So Very Merry 2024 from last year and still take that. and it's even more ideas. And you can get those products too if you want. But we try to make it so that you can use products you have on hand. All right, so now I want to do some stenciling, and I wanted to try a new technique-poo with you. I don't know if it's gonna, I think it'll work, but I don't know if it'll look good. So we're gonna do two at the same time. I'm so glad you're gonna be in that class. Okay, so this is the Cara Medallion Stencil Pack, and I have been very excited about this one since Kristina gave me a little peek. I really like the design of it. Now, if you have watched my lives or seen these products, Kristina always does bigger stencils, which I appreciate because say you want to do a 5x7 card, this is big enough. Say you want to do slimline, it's big enough. But if you mostly make A2 cards, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, the stencils will actually make 2 panels. Come on, isn't that great? So in this set are layering stencils that allow you to create a fun pattern like the one you see here, okay, with lots of different colors. Also in the set is the outline. So if you'd prefer to do one color like an ombre, you can just use this. Or if you want to stencil all these with colors and then put clear glitter and embossing paste over the whole thing, you can add this one on top, which I love. No, there's no discount code today. Today is about playing with new products, and everything that I earn from this video will be donated to for meals for people in need. And Concord and 9th is matching whatever I earn. So I talked about at the beginning of the live. That's why I've been talking about affiliate linking to describe that. So we're going to do this. I'm not sure what colors I'm going to do. Mike, I think there was a medallion example. Can you put that on the screen? So this card that Mike is putting on the screen, Laura Basson, my friend Laura Basson made this. Kristina was sick, so she asked some friends to make some examples for her products, and Laura made this one. So this is over on the Concord and 9th website under Kristina's products. I love this card. Kristina said I could share it. I think it's beautiful. And so you can make a very colorful background and not spend much time. So I am going to make one here, but I have no idea what colors I'm going to do. So let's see. All right, you can come back. I think that was the only one. Was that the only one?
The only one.
Okay. Okay, so actually show the one that says hello, but it's not the die set. There you go. Okay, so that, by the way, those are the, what's that called? The die set that was used to create those hellos is called the thick and thin hello dies. So notice how hello at the top is a bit thicker than the hello below it. Both of the dies, all of those dies are included in there, so you can actually stack the two thin ones together. Lots of things you can do. I didn't get those in my box, so I just wanted to show them to you because I really like them, and I'll use them in the future. But notice also on that page that beautiful pattern that Kristina created there with the Concord and 9th, or I'm sorry, with the Kristina Werner Cara Medallion stencils. So look at that beautiful color combo there. I just wanted to show you that one. All right, so let's come back here and let's make something. Should I do color cubes? I could do color cubes. I actually picked a few out. These are the color cubes. There's 4 new ones, the 2nd edition from the folks that make the color cubes. They improved everything. Sarah improved everything. There are tabs in it now. So like you have all of these that are the breathtaking sunsets. They're inspired by real photos, not AI photos. And you can look at this as a reference and then find it behind it. Find it behind it. I'm not going to go into the details of the color cubes. They will be on my crafty gift guide, which will be coming out soon. So I think that's a good idea. Whoever said that, I'll do a color combo. These are some color combos that I noticed and I kept out that I think could be fun. This one is one that I pulled out once before, but I never really used it. I kind of used it in the last live. So I could use that. So I could do that, or I could do kind of inspired by what Kristina did here, or I could find something different, but I could spend all day looking at these. Oh my gosh. Those are so cute. Oh, dang it. See, this is, I'll rabbit hole. I don't need to rabbit hole. So I might just do this one. Let's do that one just because we've got it already picked out. So I'm going to do that one. I might add some colors to it, but it's a nice kickstart. The link for the color cubes is in the description below. So let's get started. Let me think. I'm going to do a technique here. Let's do a little technique-y poo. This is what I'm hoping looks good. Who knows? Who knows? Yeah, I know squirrel. I'm all over the place. I've been like that my last few lives. I don't know why. Well, I do know why, but it's okay. I've gotten a little too comfortable. Yeah, I'm going to use this one. It's number 563. So that's a color palette I'm going to be inspired by. Okay, so this is the technique I'm going to try. And this would work for a lot of Kristina's stencils because she has a lot where there's a pattern, and then also in the set is the outline of everything. And if I do this technique right, the entire cardstock will be colored. Okay, so I'm going to take this stencil. I don't think I've done this before. And a piece of white cardstock. I'm going to tape it along that edge at the top. So let me put that there. And I'm going to tape it up there. So the color cubes, if you have the older volume 1 and 2, she has significantly improved them. And she is discontinuing those and has 4 new volumes. And so they're different. Some of there's some overlap with the color schemes, but if you go to their website, you're going to really understand it better. She's even got a video explaining it. I will try to explain it in my crafty gift guide video. I tried to explain it in a previous video and I did a terrible job. So I'm going to try to modify how I explain it. With limited inks, would the color cube be helpful or frustrating? I think it would be helpful because you don't have to follow it exactly. It's like a kickstart. Also, if you have like a purple ink, you could just ink it up lighter for the extra color, or you can overlap 2 inks and get creative with the colors you have. Okay, so I'm going to use Aqua Sky, which isn't really on here, but I'm going to add it. I wanted a lighter ink color. So I'm going to tap Aqua Sky all over this stencil. So I'm directly pressing this. You could use a brayer too, but the brayer is on the other side of the room and I'm lazy. Is that marmalade? Yes, this is a piece of marmalade. Marmalade was discontinued, and if I use it on a card, people will want it, so I use it for scrap paper. I know that's bad, but there we go. Okay, so I put Aqua Sky on this. Now, what I have here is my flexible embossing mat. I'm going to lay my cardstock onto it. So this is the flexible mat, the gray thing. Then I'll close the stencil on it, and then I'll run it through my die cut machine. I am following the sandwich that the die cut machine recommends for making an impression with a die, but I'm using a stencil instead, okay? Do I think that the color cubes will be on sale on Black Friday? I have no idea. I don't know, Sarah. They just came out, so I'm not sure. So almost all die cut machines come with a flexible embossing mat or have one available separately. And look at that. See how it transferred the Aqua Sky ink and also made a bit of an impression. You can see it on the back. Isn't that cool? Okay. So that's something else you can do with any stencil, right? If you don't have a flexible embossing mat, you could still transfer the ink by putting that cardstock and the ink stencil through a die cut machine, just pretending it was cardstock and a die. And that would press the ink over. Oh, yeah, you like all, I do. My pajamas match my card. I did not plan that, but almost everything in my world is this color. let's be honest. Oh, and by the way, I could repeat that to get more of an even or darker image, but I'm going to leave it as is. I think it'll be fine. So now let me clean this. I'm using a spritz of rubbing alcohol and a dry cloth to clean off that stencil before I get it somewhere else. I only use rubbing alcohol to clean stencils, maybe my desk, but never, never, ever clean a stamp with it. All right, so there we can see that impression. And the unevenness will smooth because that's how a lot of dye inks work. Okay, so now stencils. Let's start inking here. I don't know. I'm gonna look at, so I got this picture here that I can kind of follow. I think I will do, I wanna make this part purple, like the flowery center. And I'll do that 2 shades of purple. Oh, okay, hold on. There we go. So it lines up. So now this is gonna line up and color inside of the openings from that technique I just did. Oops. Mike, do you mind scrolling it when you get a second?
Yep.
I can't see anything. What are you doing?
No.
All right. Oh, my husband's got a pot roast cooking upstairs. Oh, it smells so good. My goodness. That might be what causes my live to end today, is the delicious smell that will cause the hunger pains. All right. Oh, the super chat total right now, Mike said, is like $1,000. Now, YouTube gets some of that money, but that's a lot. That's a lot. All right.
Greg is going to match.
And Greg is matching it? He's going to regret that, isn't he? He's going to be like, what were you doing? Okay, so I'm going to use a soft purple. Now, I'm not sure if these colors are going to work here, but we're going to give it a try because I'm not leaving a white outline. Maybe I'll do it both ways. Let's see. Okay, so soft lilac from Concord and 9th. That'll be this lighter color on my palette. Thank you. Thank you all. So let's do this. I am using, I don't have this in the supply list, but I'll get Mike to add it. These are the Pink Fresh blending brushes. They're the 1-inch blending brushes, which I call magic brushes because they blend so well. And it really makes, it allows you to control the ink really well over large surfaces. And in this case, is very quick to apply the ink to this large surface. So this is going to end up being bigger than I need, but I kind of did this color combo in my last live, the same card, but now we're going to do it directly. Okay, so there we go. Do I have snacks in my craft room? I don't. So there we got the lilac, and you can see how it's filling in. Now I want to do, without that aqua sky in the background, do that little technique. So I'm going to repeat it on just plain white cardstock. Okay, I'll just put it right in the corner so I don't have to worry about lining it up. This will make it easy. I'm going to trim it down anyways. But remember, you could get 2 backgrounds out of this, full A2 card backgrounds out of this. But anyway, oh, and I was going to make just the petals purple, but I noticed that it's these parts too. You could do selective inking, but I'm just going to go with it. How's that? I'm just going to go with it. Why not? You have snacks? Yeah, the waffle flower brushes are great too. I might use those next. I like these more for light application and maybe the waffle flower for dark, but you definitely can get both from one of them. Either one. They're both great brushes. There's a lot of great brushes out there. And when, you know, like somebody, a content creator comes out and says, check out these new great brushes, it doesn't mean the old ones are bad. It just means something maybe new and improved comes out, like a car, you know, cars, dealers come out, or car companies come out with improved things on cars. It doesn't mean the old ones don't work. What size is my craft mat? This is the Altenew craft mat. It is 9 by 12, 9 by 14. It's linked in the description below. All right, so let's see. This is the next one. Okay, so this is the next one. This one I'll do in a darker purple. but I don't want to go too dark. I want to kind of go a little bit darker. So what I'll take is, I'm going to look through my stash here. I think it would be, I'm going to go, oh, no. Hang on. Jennifer needs to overthink. I think I'm going to do Lavender Fields from Altenew. I like to mix my companies up here. 9 by 12, thank you. I am using my ink stand because it's the greatest invention that you never know you need until you have it, and then you're like, wow, how did I live without that? This is the new black version of the ink stand. And Brienne, who is my link ninja, who's here helping out in the chat, she is the inventor. She holds a patent on these suckers. And I have a discount code in the supply list below. If you want to save a little bit. That's on my, okay, I think ink stands have been on my crafty gift guide every year because I include a lot of old products that are like tried and true. And I'm sure it will be on it again this year. I have some tape under there that's in the way of my inking, but oh well. Let's see how this looks. I'm going to put a little more down. Go a little darker. I should have gone more of a candy. I should have done Candy Violet from Pink Fresh. But there we go. Oh, look at that. I mean, you could stop at any of these steps, right? And it'd be beautiful. All right, now let's go to the one that doesn't have the outline because we want a comparison. Zoink. Zoink. Line this up. So that tape is actually on my stencil. Who knew? Okay. Oh, who's got a migraine? Who? FJ Clemens? Do you get them from weather changes? I get them from weather changes. I am more accurate than the meteorologist. I'll come in and say to Mike, Mike, is it supposed to rain today? He's like, I don't think so. And I'm like, ooh, I got a headache. Next thing you know, a few hours later, it'll be raining. I think some people with migraines are better at predicting weather changes or rain than those who are trained to do so. Do you pounce or rub ink on your ink pad? I usually am a pouncer, unless I really need a heavy amount of ink. That's so pretty. You got all of Kristina's release. Well, I'm so glad because it is really good. I will be using more of it, I promise, in this video. I need zoink sound effects. Yeah, probably. Okay. Now, for the next one, this one I'm going to go a little bit darker than Aqua Sky. So that like, that color there. Let's see. Let me find that color. What do I want to use? I think I will use, let's do Oceanside from Concord and 9th. Oop, knocking things around. Oh, thank you for the super chat. Again, all that money will be donated. Ooh, this bad boy needs re-inking. I might have to switch. Mike. You know what? I'm going to go light with it. This will be pretty in there, I think. And then I'll go dark on the next one. Yeah, my Oceanside is dry. When Kristina was here and she was using these inks, she's like, you need to re-ink. And I think she got some re-inkers sent to me, in fact, and I need to do it. Yeah, they're in there, see? All right. Let me just look. Yeah, I like that. Okay, I'm going to keep going. All right. Okay, so let me talk about those boxes I was talking about at the beginning. Wait, question. There was a question, Mike. What did it say? And then I'll talk about the boxes. Ocular migraines. I've heard those are bad. Not painful, but creepy. Is that what they are? Because you can't see? I've had one. And it was right before I was supposed to teach at Simon Says Stamp Create one year. And I was so scared I wouldn't be able to teach. But it went away. I just couldn't see well. Oh, that's pretty. Look at that. And do you see that impression, that texture was from running it through the die cut machine? I don't have a link set up to send money directly. I'm sorry. I have not, I didn't think about this ahead of time. Wait, whoa. What'd I do here? There we go. So I don't have a direct link. If you are just looking to donate money directly, just go to one of the reputable sites like, what is it? Feed America, No Hungry Child or something. Some of those are really good. I didn't set up anything to do directly today. I just decided to do anything that comes from Super Chat because I didn't plan it ahead of time. Maybe next time I will. And any affiliate linking that I get today from this live. So if you buy something from here, essentially, if you buy something from this release today, from these products from that I use, a percentage will be going to help buy, look at that, to buy food for those in need. Okay, so that was Oceanside. Now Oceanside is darker, as you can see from the lid. Mine needed re-inking, so I'm gonna have to find a different darker ink. I'm still kind of going by that palette, but I am veering from it. How do you re-ink? You know what? I'll have to show that in a live, but I'll tell you. Let's go. Ooh, peacock will be kind of bold. I'm gonna go with. Let's go with turquoise from Pink Fresh. Let's see if this is dark enough. To re-ink, all you do is you take your little reinker, and I just go zig, 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 squeezing it, and then this way, squeezing it, and then let it soak in. I do believe that Gina K, yeah, this will be pretty. Gina K Designs has on her channel a little short video showing how to re-ink an ink pad. And that method is what is similar to what I do, and it works with whatever ink pads you have. Some ink pads need re-inking more than others. Like pigment inks, I think need to be re-inked more often, like a white pigment ink. I also feel like distress inks need to be re-inked more than often because of the way we use them. And if you do a lot of blending, like I'm doing here, you're picking up quite a bit of ink. You might need to re-ink more than you would if you just stamped. Oh my gosh. Come on. Oh, Tina. Hey, Brianne. Tina at Be Like said that the code isn't working at the inkstand. Oh gosh, this looks like tile. Doesn't it?
Oh, yeah.
It does. Thank you. Thank you all. Okay, Shauna, back to you're right, back to the donations. So the reason I decided today to do this where I am donating the money is I was at my church this morning who does a lot. It's a bigger church that does a lot in the community. And they were asking people to take a giant box, a big box, and then a list. And you buy specific things to put in the box, like cans of corn, cranberry sauce. You know what, Mike, can you run up and get it? It's on the kitchen counter.
Okay.
Right across from the sink. He's going to go get it so you can see what it is. And then you also put in there a gift card to our local chain grocery store here in Cincinnati. And then that box is delivered to people in need for Thanksgiving dinner. And with the gift card, they can buy a fresh turkey because you can't refrigerate everything in the box. And it feeds 6 to 10 people. So I was thinking I could use the money and go buy a bunch of those and deliver them. It is through a church, but it's like a no strings attached. It's just something they do in the community. So that is one thing I can do. Okay, come on. Now I could even skip the next stencil. I think you know what? I might skip the next stencil. I like that white. I think I like the white. See, there is another stencil that would color in those. I think I like it white. Do I like it white? Yeah, hang on. I think, hi Simon. I'm glad you're here. Let me show you this. Okay, So I think I'm going to leave that white. Yes. Thank you. Or I could buy, or maybe both. Our church was also giving out $100 gift cards to a grocery store for anybody who showed proof of SNAP benefits. And they gave tons away, and they ran out, and I think they're doing more. I could donate some for that. But the whole idea is taking and handing this to people who are going to get it right in the hands of someone, as opposed to just a big organization, which are great. Feeding America, that's it. Yep. Yes. Feeding America is a great one. I don't know if you know, but every month I put in my Crafty Sales newsletter right at the top an organization that I donate to that month. So it'll be like Huntington's Disease Foundation, or Parkinson's Disease Foundation, or Feeding America, or different organizations. And that month I donate a percentage of my earnings to those organizations. So I do a lot with the big organizations, but this one I wanted to do something where I could take pictures and show you. I don't know. Anyway, I got to figure it out and let you all know. But I will let you know. Okay, so this is the one where I didn't do the impression with the die, or with the stencil. This one I did. Isn't that cool? I think I'm going to leave it white. So this one where I made the impression with the outline, I could color those in and the whole piece would be covered in color. This one I didn't do the impression with the outline. It would just leave a nice white outline. But I think I'm going to leave these as is. Okay, before I turn this into a card, I did want to show you. This is what they, in case you can do this in your community, this is what they have on the checklist. You could do a screenshot of this. Let me hold it here. It's 2 pouches. Now, a lot of this is instant food because it doesn't require refrigeration and a lot of work for the recipient. 2 pouches or boxes of instant potatoes, 2 to 3 cans of carrots, 2 to 3 cans of green beans, 2 to 3 cans of corn, 2 cans of mandarin oranges, 2 cans of peaches or pears, 2 boxes of mac and cheese, 2 boxes of stuffing, 2 packages of gravy mix, 2 boxes of cornbread mix, 1 can of cranberry sauce, 1 box of brownie mix with no nuts, and a $20 gift card to Kroger or Walmart. Those are local places that they could get some fresh elements or a turkey or something. And it says this will feed 6 to 10 people. No items should require refrigeration, which makes sense. I know that you shouldn't have boxed mac and cheese that often, whatever. But in this case, I think it's a good thing. So I could, and they said this is about $50. So I could do a bunch of boxes with that. But I think that's really helpful. Anyway, so that's what our church put together. Okay. And in that case, no money is going through the church. Like I'm buying it directly and handing it to them and they deliver it. Okay. Isn't that cool? Okay. A can opener. Yeah, maybe they do need one. Maybe. Okay, so let's do something with these. I've been blabbing enough. Now, remember I didn't ink all the way up to the edge. I wasn't really careful about that, but I could cut these out and get 2 panels. But I think I'm just going to use this. Remember, this is the Kristina Essential die set. This one has that extra metal, so you can cut a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch panel without it warping on the side. And the advantage of this over a trimmer, I got the hiccups, is that I can move it around and find the area I want. Now, I could get 2 panels out of this, but I'm being lazy and just getting 1. So I'm going to just center it up how I want it and run it through my die cut machine. So let me show you. Oh yeah, get the pop top cans. You're right. You can get the cans that don't require a can opener. See, I can't think straight when I'm doing this. Very good thought. Okay. All right, so I think I want it like that. That's where I want it. I'm gonna put a piece of tape on it. Yeah, the pull tab, that's what we need. Yeah, this one, you know what you could do to this one? Where'd the other one go? Oh, this one. It's kind of got a stained glass look. You could have, you could do silver ink for that impression that I made, and it would give a silver outline. A lot of things you could do with that. I just think this is beautiful. Look at that. So let me cut one out from here. I can save that for another like little border on a card. Let's cut one out from here. I'll cut in the same area. Hold, please. This makes it so easy to kind of center up what you're cutting out. Thank you. Thanks for all the donations. Listen, listen, we all can do what we can. I'm thinking that if I'm doing the box thing where I'm putting together a bunch of food boxes, I'm going to have to get Colin and his strong college friends to help me put them together or get them delivered. My car won't fit them all. Isn't that pretty? Okay. So that is, now I have 2 panels here, and you could trim them down smaller if you wanted, like a trim. Now for sentiments, remember I have a bunch of them. So like I could do, I'm here for you. Oh, look at that. I'm here for you, which I would pop up and put maybe underneath it. I can trim this one down. Hang on, where's my trimmer? Where'd he go? What'd I do with my trimmer, Mike? He ran away. What? Oh, he's pushed out back. Can you scroll down? Can I do a card with the 5x7 frame? I already cut these, but the 5x7 would have cut from that. But I've already cut it down. So this would be really cool like this. Have those together. Or you could do a series of these thin sentiments going down the center. Like have a few of these going down the center. Excuse me. Using the essential dyes and the sentiments I showed you earlier. I think I'd like that. And then some other things that you can do is you could die cut a little heart from this essential set. I'm telling you, I use this one all the time. See, this cuts a bunch of hearts, and you could put a little heart at the center of each of the patterns, or like a gemstone just to add to it. So there's ways to kind of step this up if you want to. Another thing that you can do is this set. This is the Here For You dies. This is a new one. Again, these sentiments go really well with the Everything Will Be Okay set I showed you earlier. And this one, Sending Hugs, I like that because that can be used for pretty much any occasion, right? You can do that for birthday, thinking of you, sympathy, anything. Sending Hugs works really well. So I'm going to cut that. I will do the shadow. This includes the shadow and the words. I think I'll do the shadow from white and the words from black glossy. And I'll probably glue these together off screen because I want to make some more things. And you don't need to watch me just gluing. Yeah, I think it'd be neat to do one main one in the center and then strips of the other sentiments above and below it. Like I could do some more. So I could put, like, it's okay to feel this way up here, and I promise down here, and then it kind of fill the center nicely. I'm glad you're here. That's why I've been trying to do Sundays. I can't do next Sunday because I'm going on a trip, ironically, with Greg and Kristina. Greg owns Concord and 9th. We try to go on a trip to escape the madness every fall, and boy, do we need it. Okay, so this is Sending Hugs, and I thought that would look really nice right there. And then I'll put some gemstones on it. Yeah, it's nice that these are not connected. I agree. And I like that Kristina shares the outlines. You know what goes there. All right, so there we go. So that's what I'm thinking I'll do. Let me hold this up. I use black glossy, which I think will help it stand out too. Thank you, thank you. All right, so I'm gonna leave these and then I can finish them off screen. I have been taking photos of my cards and putting it up like a few days later on my blog. So if you subscribe to my newsletter, you'll get an email. Sorry, these stencils are caught. You'll get an email letting you know when I have a new post up, and you'll see these cards come up. Yes, we're going to Disney. It's our therapy. Okay. All right. And then this is the one that has it kind of looks like a tile thanks to that technique I did at the beginning. Isn't that fun? Yeah, black glossy cardstock. Mike, can you add that to the supply list? I get mine from Simon Says Stamp, and I feel like it adds some interest over just black. And I'm quite addicted to using it. Yeah, you could do turquoise, you could do any color. But okay, here's the thing. I tend to do a dark, I tend to do black for my sentiment when the background's kind of busy so I can make sure it stands out. And I also will put stacks of die cuts behind it to make it pop up, which also helps it to stand out. Yeah, Kristina is feeling better. And if not, I will be pushing her around in a wheelchair so she can rest and hold my bags and food and snacks. All right, so there we go. So I'm going to finish these up off screen, but I think you get the idea that and remember, those stencils are big that you can get 2 backgrounds out of one. I didn't do that because I wasn't careful, but you could get 2 backgrounds out of one or 5 by 7. All right, and if you like these styles of stencils, Kristina has a lot of them. Her holiday ones are fantastic, especially her holiday ones from last year. They're great. Yes, Erin Lee Creative has great black glossy cardstock too. Yep. All right. Stephanie, you're welcome for the visual supply list links. Yeah, I try to do that because supply lists are tough. It's hard to see it all. Okay. I'm not going to have time for these next things, but I'm going to show them to you. Hang on. And then I think Mike has some card images. This is the other stencil set I really wanted to use today, but I've been moving slow. I have some things from Concord and Ninth I want to use too. This is a must-have. This might be in my crafty gift guide because of how universal it is. So you have a variety. This is called Dots on Dots Stencil Pack. So there's a dot stencil. There's another dot stencil, and watch this. They overlap. So you can do layered dots. Isn't that fun? Oh, so smart. And then, oh, here's another one. Does this line up too? Let me see. It does. So you can do 3 layers of dots. So like light, dark, light, medium, and dark, and layer them together. And then there are these that allow you to do, big circles and then random circles. And you can overlap them for a fun look too. Ooh, I like this. Would be great for a water background. So, Mike, there should be a dot image.
Yeah.
Can you pull that one up? This card was made by Kathy Zilski for Kristina, and Kristina said I could share it. Dots? Yep. And that, look, you see the bottom there? It's 2 layers of dots from that stencil. So Kathy did light pink on the bottom dots and then dark pink on the next layer of dots that are a little bit smaller, and then added some little gems to the center or sequins, and you can have that fade to the top. So I was planning to layer all the dots together and have it fade and put a sentiment on it. So I was thinking of doing like bold dots at the top and then just let it fade down, and right at the bottom of the card, stamp one of those everything would be okay sentiments. So thank you, Kathy and Kristina, for letting me show those. Isn't that beautiful? So I don't have time. I don't think I have time to use that today, but I definitely will be using them. All right, can you scroll it? Another thing that Kristina has come out with, and I think these, you can come back here so I can show this. Sorry. Kristina has what is called easy repeat stamps. So what happens is you can stamp this image and then move the stamp up, or no, in this case, you move it over. So you stamp this and then move it over, and you can get a continuous pattern. Because can you see how this swirl is over here too? So if you stamp this again next to it, you can get a bigger pattern. So if you are big into 5x7 or bigger cards, this allows you to stamp it twice to get that continuous look. Oh, and it does it do? Yeah. Oh, this does go above too. See, she does it really smart. You can stamp it once and then shift the whole stamp up and stamp it again. So she has several of these easy repeat. If you're in our online card classes on Monday, there's an easy repeat holly stamp and stencil set. that works that way too. And this one is called Stitched Vines Background. And so it gives that faux stitch look. Now there is an example. It's like a pool colored card. I don't know what I named it. It repeats in every direction. Thank you, Betsy.
Is it just picked?
Probably. No. Oh, hang on just one second, because there is a card. No.
Oh, I got it. Repeat.
Yes, repeat, sorry. See there, this was made by Kathy Zilski for Kristina, and she did white embossing in the background. Look at that detail to it. And that It Will Be Okay was from that die set that I just showed you. What's it called? Where'd I put it? I put it away. The one that I just showed you with the sending hugs and so on. That sentiment is from that too. Here it is. It is the Here For You die set. All right. Okay, you can come back here. The magnetic mat, this big one here, this one is from Lawn Fawn. They sell this size, they're super strong and they're not coming off. And then they have half of that size. I use these for dies like this that I can keep in my cabinet and they won't come off. Only for ones that I use a lot, like this set. Then sometimes you'll see me have one of these magnetic sheets when I'm using something in the video. I'll take all the dies out of my pocket and lay them out here so I don't lose them when I'm creating. All right. And then the last two things I was going to show you from Kristina's are the Lucky Alpha stamps and dies. So you can stamp and then die cut it out or use them separately. So you can use them together or separately. And these were hand drawn by Kristina. Okay, so there are a couple samples with the Alpha, Mike. Do you know what they are? Do you have them?
Yes.
He's.
Let me see that.
One says "Love you lots."
Oh yeah. Got it.
Maybe there's only one. There you go. This is made by Laura Basson, if you can't tell, for Kristina Werner. You can see that stitched vine in the background. And then you can put whatever sentiment you want with these. And the nice thing about these, you can make personalized cards too. So you can put somebody's name on it. And then finally, you can come back here. This is a great set. It's called Simple Nested Heart Dies. These are the nice size. I wish I could use all of these today because it's such a great release. But these are a nice size to put on the top of a card. And then you can add simply any of these sentiments onto it. They're sized just right. So it gives you a nice focal point, which a lot of times if I have a busy background, a little heart, die cut white heart is a nice like focal point. All right, so that is the Simple Nested Hearts dies. Kristina, you knocked it out of the park. And I'll use these things in a live again because these alphabets especially, fantastic. All right, I like the style of it because I feel like it works with a variety of things. So that's a lot of Kristina stuff. I did want to do more with those dots, but I can't finish it all. Because I have something, I want to do some stamping here. Yeah, they are happy hearts. Those are good hearts. They're good hearts. On Kristina over on, so if you go to Concord and 9th and look at Kristina's products there, just click any of the links below. There are lots of examples on the product page that show you ways to use these products too. Yeah, I like the bubbly hearts too. Okay. Concord and 9th. All right. They have a new turnabout that I am excited about. I'm not going to be able to do it all on here, but we're going to get started. This is the Wild Meadow Turnabout Stamp Set. So this is the turnabout image, and then there are lots of sentiments that you can put with it. There is a coordinating die set, which you'll see me use. This adds something really cool to it, but first we're going to do the stamping. Now, if you've never used a turnabout stamp before, you stamp it once and rotate it. Stamp it again, rotate it. Do that 4 times and you end up with a cool background like this one. Now, I have done many videos showing how to use a turnabout in a MISTI stamping tool. This one you can use with a MISTI stamping tool. If you go back and search on my blog on turnabout, you'll see lots of videos showing how to use this in a traditional MISTI. However, I find a stamp wheel is really easy for turnabouts. It makes it super easy, so I'm going to demonstrate that today. I've done this in videos too. This is the Altenew Stampwheel 2.0. It is just a different type of stamp positioner than the MISTI. They both are great for different things, and I use both, okay? The stamp wheel comes with a grip mat on the inside, which happens to be the same kind of grip mat right here that you see me ink on stencils. It's just a different size. So if you get the stamp wheel, you could use that outside of it too. You can just take it out and use it with stencils. I have this grip mat that Altenew has for their stamp wheel that I'm placing in the center. The reason I'm using this is I can see exactly where the center is for an A2 panel. If you could just eyeball on here, that works too. But I know if I put my cardstock right there in that center, hold please, that is right in the center. This is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inches. All right, now, did I get the Just Pick dies? Yes, I can show those to you in a moment. All right, so oh, here it is, okay. Every turnabout comes with this, which is the guide. This guide helps you to set up your turnabout so that it works well. And there are many ways to do this, and I've done many videos showing how to do it. But I'm going to show you how to do it with the stamp wheel because it's so easy. This guide comes with the stamp set and allows you to set it up just right. Now this is how you do it on to a stamp wheel. This is the top of the stamp wheel. You'll see me use it in a moment. I'm going to take this guide and I have it upside down. So it says center rotation point here. I'm going to flip it over so those letters are backwards. And etched into, let me see if you can see here. Etched into the lid, the lid of the stamp wheel are these little etched lines. I am going to line up this this X line on the guide with one of the X lines on my turnabout or my stamp wheel. So just let me do it and I'll show you. See, there's this X here and all these radiating lines so that I can line it up. So what I'm going to do is line it up. It's very easy to do. I'm going to line this up. It's upside down. And I'm going to line it up. And then I'm going to tape it in place and I'll show you so you can see better. This is so easy way to do this. Such an easy way. The stamp wheel is a great tool. And I don't know, it works really well with turnabouts. Okay, if you look here, see how this black line lines up with one of these diagonal lines on the grid. And this black line lines up with one of the diagonal lines on the grid. So I know that this is centered perfectly on here. And that where the X crosses is the center point of that grid. So this is on tape. I taped this temporarily onto my top plate of the stamp wheel. Now I'm going to flip this over, and on this side I'll place the stamp. All right. Thank you, Laura. Thank you. All of the super chats and affiliate linking from this live are being going to be used to buy meals for Thanksgiving for those in need. Okay, so I'm going to take this. Oh, wait, did I do it wrong? Did I do it wrong? Yeah. I did it wrong. Hey, hold on. Hold, please. Hold, please. Just a second. I was thinking it has to be this way. Does that have to be that way? Hold, please. Yeah, I did it wrong. I lied. This gets lined up. I said it was supposed to be upside down. It's not. Jennifer's frazzled. Okay, let me line it back up. So it says center rotation point. I guess I had it wrong. I don't know. Now let me tape this back down. But you will see it is lined up with the diagonal lines on here. And the center point goes right through the center. Sorry about that. Okay. Now, so this is on one side of my stamp wheel plate. Now I'll flip it over. And this, I line up my stamp with that guide. So see, this leaf on the stamp lines up with the leaf up here. Now my head's gonna have to get in the way here. I'm sorry. So I'm just looking through and lining up the stamp with the guide beneath it. Okay? So see how the stamp is on there, lined up with the guide behind it. Okay? See how that works? All right, so now my stamp is positioned in just the right spot. So I'm going to take this guide off just so you can see better. We don't need that there anymore. And now I can do a bunch of turnabout stamping. I could do 1, 2, 400, it doesn't matter. Okay, so now I got to pick colors. Let me see, do I have another one here ready to go that I picked that I think might work? This could work. I think I'll do that one. This is from the Color Cube. Color number 530. I'm going to put this one back on here. I like this color one. These were just ones I saw earlier that I liked. The nice thing is they've got the number, so I can put them back in order. Ooh, I like this better. I'm going to go with this one. 954. That is from, I think that's from the Color Cube 4. All right, so let me put that away. I'm going to do that color combination, or close to it. Okay, so let's do the first impression with, let's do eucalyptus, which is kind of close to that green. And I had it out, but I don't know where I put it. Oh, I put it away. That's ironic. Okay, so I have my cardstock right here. I didn't get it just right at the center, following the guideline here. Okay, honestly, if you like turnabouts, I think the stamp wheel is a great investment, even if you only use it for turnabouts. It just works really well. So I'm going to ink up my stamp, and because I'm trying to hurry, because I have a lot I want to show you, I'm not going to do a great job, but I'm going to ink it up. It's messy, but that's okay. Now I have this piece of tape on one side, one edge. I'm going to have that tape point towards me, and I'll put the plate on top and press down. I've never used this stamp before, so it's going to be a little splotchy at first, so I'll flip it over and ink it up again. Because I'm a double stamper. I'm always a double stamper. So that tape is pointing towards my belly. Avocado would be pretty too, yep. No, I have not tried the Misty Light yet. I placed an order and I'm waiting for it to come. It'll be here soon. Okay, so that's position number 1. So let's see, what's my next color going to be? Let's do, I think for this really light here, I want to go super light. I don't want that to be really bold. So I think I'll do Pink Sand, which is a unique color from Altenew. So inking up my stamp again, this time with Pink Sand. It is the most unique color. I think it'll look nice with this palette. Now this time, instead of having the tape pointing towards me, I'm going to have it point out to the left. So I'm going to turn it from here to here and stamp it. All right. Flip it over and do it again. So this is like a very light tan with a touch of pink to it. Not much pink. It's mostly just tan. Okay. So pointing out to the left, stamp it again. There we go. Oh, that's pretty. Okay, next one, this color. I don't want it to be too bold. Let's see. I think I will try. I'm going to go darker. I think I'm going to go a touch darker. Let me see. This is Begonia from Pink Fresh. Maybe not. Maybe that's too dark. What about, this is what Jennifer does. She overthinks everything. That's it. No, that's Cherry Blossom from Pink Fresh. Might be too pink. Let's try Nectar and Grapefruit from Concord and Night. I'm just kind of going by this. I don't want it to be too bright. Oh, that's pretty. That's Nectar. Oh, that's it. I don't know. That's Grapefruit. I think Cherry Blossom's the winner, this one here. gonna go with Cherry Blossom. So let me clean off my stamp a little bit. Stampwheel cover has one size that fits. I missed that. Yeah, there's different plates you can get for the top of your stamp wheel. This is just the one that I have, but I think you can buy additional. There's the original stamp wheel, which works well for this too. This is the stamp wheel 2.0. Okay, last time I was over here. Now I'm going to put it towards the top, pointing away from me. And this overlaps with some of the stamping we did before. Let me do it again. I can smell that pot roast. All right. And then pointing towards the top. There we go. See how it's building a fun background? Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, then clean that off. We have one more spot. I think maybe I go, I could go fog or brown, but I think I might ditch it and go with a lighter green. I want some more green on there. Let me find a color that would work. Let's do jade, which is lighter than eucalyptus. This is from Altenew. Let's ink this up. Yeah, turnabout stamps are fantastic. There are so many over at Concord and 9th, and I really find it easier to do with the stamp wheel. So this time, I point out to the right and stamp that down. Oh, that's so cute. Oh, I love this color combo. It's different. So I started with this from the color cube, but I'm kind of took a detour and added some more of this green to it. This jade from Altenew goes really nice with that eucalyptus. There we go. Oh, that's pretty. Look at that. Isn't that fun? And look at that. You have a nice background. Isn't that gorgeous? And it really didn't take that long to do. If you wanted a monochromatic look, you could have done all of those with the same color. Pistachio would be good too. You're right. I didn't even think about that. But now I've got this set up and I can go do more. Mike, is there a Meadow example? I didn't tell you what this is called. This is the Meadow, Wild Meadow. I don't know if I told you that. Is there a Meadow example that I showed that I gave you from Concord and 9th website?
Yes.
There we go. Look at these. These are from the Concord and 9th website. Greg said I could share them. There you can see a different color combo. That looks kind of like rainforest, pistachio, sprout, and nectar maybe, or ballet slipper. Is that the only one? And look at that. Look at all those backgrounds. You really can't go wrong with color combinations with these turnabouts. Okay, isn't that fun? Now, this is what's cool about this. This is the coordinating die set that goes with the Wild Meadow turnabout. Now, I'm not going to be able to do all of this now because it'll take too long, but this cuts, see these leaves here? Those are pierced dots, so you can stitch some pattern into it. All right, so let me see here. When Mike comes back, he ran away. I will be able to show you. Let's see, I'm going to trim this down. I want this to be smaller. I'm going to trim down. I'm going to just do, actually I'm going to do a quarter, no, I'll do 1/8 of an inch off each side. I just want it to be a little bit smaller. Isn't that pretty? Hey Mike, can you show that Meadow example again?
Meadow. Which one? First one?
Yeah, see the stitching in there? So there's, the die creates the dots to stitch that. Mike does like to run away. Where did you run away to, Mike?
Printing stuff for Lila.
Oh, okay, Mike is obsessed with pinball machines and 3D printers. So he is constantly 3D printing things. Okay, you can come back here. All right, so look at this. Watch. No, he's not going to get food. I'm putting these dies on here. And I'll probably do 3, so maybe one here, and I'll do another coming up here. So I like things in 3s. This stamp wheel has different plate options. I'm not sure if this is the one that comes with it or a separate one I got. You'll have to look at the website, but all of them can be used in the same way and will work for the turnabout. All right, so let me see here. I'm really liking this. See, I never would have done these colors together, ever. But, no, Ken's got the pot roast going up there. Okay, so this one I'll put up here. Then I'm going to show you how the stitching goes. But I'm not going to take the time to stitch it all right now. All right. I never would have picked this. Can you use these turnabouts with the Misty, or do you need stamp wheel? You can absolutely use these turnabouts with the Misty. If you do a search on my blog on turnabout, there will be a bunch of videos that show up, and all of them show how to use a Misty with the turnabout. I just wanted to demonstrate here, you can use the stamp wheel too. So you do not have to have the stamp wheel to use turnabouts. Mike is just here all the time because we work all the time. That's how it works, right, Mike?
Yeah.
He came just in time for this live today. But he's here a lot because we work together and we're friends, and my children love him. So he's here a lot. He helps me quite a bit. All right, I got to get this to start going. Come on. There we go. So these are some metallic threads from, oh, that's not the one I should have pulled on. From Concord and 9th. Oh, this will work. Oh, it is. Okay. Metallic threads from Concord and 9th. Now, you could use what you have on hand, but this is not like the typical stitching that I do. Okay? If you've seen me stitch backgrounds like on Instagram and such, like this one, this is one that I did. Kristina picked this color palette when she was here. This is with DMC floss. I use 6-ply and I can create fun patterns. This is different. This is adding tiny little detail stitching that is beautiful. And I will say that Concord and 9th has a bunch of kind of stitching dies like this in this release. It's more of kind of a sewing kind of stitching die. So see how there's little holes here? What I will do is, I'm going to poke it. I like to go through and poke the hole from the front to make it just a little bit bigger. They sell the thread and the needles that are perfect for this, if you want to try it. And I'm just so excited about this. So I go from the back. I put a little piece of tape on the end. See the piece of tape there? And now it is a matter of going up and down each hole. And there are a million ways you could do this. You can do back stitch. You could do lots of different kind of stitches. I am just going up one hole, down the last. Up the next hole, down the last. And I'll just continue to do this. And I'm only doing 1 ply of this thin thread, so it's not too overwhelming. All right. But you could do 2 ply or more if you want it to show up more. I want this to be very subtle, and it's going to provide just a fun little detail in person that is gorgeous. So I will stitch each of these leaves and it'll add a beautiful pattern. Now I'm going to do 1 leaf and then show it to you so you can see. And then I'll show you their other stitching dies. But this is the kind of thing, what I would do is do like 4 or 5 turnabout backgrounds like this one. Maybe do different colors for each one, right? And then come and sit in front of the TV and stitch in all of these little stitched holes. And it doesn't take too long. There I did a leaf. Now, I only did 1 ply. You could do 2 if you want it to stand out. See it there? And it, oh, come on, there we go. It adds that detail sparkle to it. So I'll stitch all of that, and I'll stitch over here, and I'll stitch down here, and it'll add such fun handmade detail to this. So I'm really excited that Concord and 9th came out with these because you know I like to stitch. I love that Concord and 9th is always kind of trying to be innovative with what they come out with. So let me show you the other stitching things, then we can pick a sentiment. Yeah, it's similar to cross stitch. Yep. Okay, so this one this is one that I think I need to mass produce because I'm always trying to get better about sending birthday cards out, and I'm not. This is the Let It Shine stamp set. So these are birthday candles. The die set cuts out these flames, and then the die set cuts these little holes so that you can do like a stitched, like shine coming out from the candles. All right, and these cut the candles with the patterns. Did I give you a shine one with the birthday candles? Let It Shine, or? I don't think I did.
No.
Well, I should have. Because that way you can do like a birthday candle. You can do a Hanukkah also and put like a gold rays of flames coming out from them. I think that's one that I need to mass produce in a bunch of different color combos so I can pick what works. This is the champagne thread that I just used. There's gold, silver, and then the white. Then there are these backgrounds. So let me show you these backgrounds. I'm not sure what they're all called. My son just sent pictures, professional pictures of him and his girlfriend, and they're so cute. Oh my gosh. Oh, she's so sweet. Okay, sorry. I always look at my texts for my kids because I can't expect them to look at all my texts right away if I don't look at them right away. Okay, this one is the Radiant Piercing. Hold on. Is it or is it Halo?
There's two.
Yeah, this is the Halo. So this one, when you cut it on a panel, it does holes out here and holes inside, and you just do a big stitch of string between the holes. And so you can put anything here in the center and you'll get that radiant look from it. Okay, so that's the Radiant. It doesn't cut an outside edge, so you can put it in the center of any card. Now, Mike, did I send you anything with any of these? I thought I did. I'm useless. Oh yeah, I did. There's one that says hello at the center. Can you pull up that one? No, it's like dark bluish green in the background. It says hello at the center in block letters. So this is that was the Halo.
This one?
This is the Radiant. So the dot, you can stitch, yeah, do you see it? That's the Radiant. See those stitches going from the center out? It just adds a lot of interest to what's at the focal point in the center. All right, so this is called the Radiant Piercing Die. Can you come back here? That's this one that you see here, and it works really well on a 4 1/4 by 5.5 inch panel. So really you can put anything there at the center. And then they also have a couple others. This one does little triangles, and there's holes at every intersection you can stitch. And then there are rectangles. So you can do a stitched rectangle. So all of those are part of this release, but I was really excited about this one that adds the leaves to this turnabout. However, you could definitely use those leaves on something else. It doesn't have to be with this turnabout, but that works really well. So I like to poke the holes with my needle and then go up and down. And I'm using a tiny needle with just one string, one ply of thread. And these are the needles and string that Concord and Ninth has. I have a billion needles, but the fact that they know that this is the right size for this is quite nice. Thread. Sorry. All right, see that stitching? It's pretty. Somebody was asking about Hanukkah. This has Happy Hanukkah, and you can do the candles with the flames. You could either stamp the flames or stitch them. And there's stars too. All right, so those are from Concord and Ninth. Now, as for the center of this, I have some options. I think I was going to choose something from, so this Thanks would look really nice here at the center. This little octagon fits nice in the center. Or you could do like a repeated pattern of octagons to cover an entire background. But I was thinking of using something else. This is another new set. This is Sending Joy from Concord and Ninth. Lots of images here. And then dies that go with it. Look at this little sun. See that cute little sun? And then you can stitch the details on the rays. So a lot of these have stitching details too, but then a lot of them are regular. These are postage dies that work with all of these different images. I love that sun. But this sending you so much joy, I think I might use that right at the center of this. That's what I was considering. There's also a friend that would work well for a side card, or the hello, or maybe even one of Kristina's greetings. Where did I put those? Those would work really well in the center too. Like, let's see. Everything will be okay. That's the sentiment that gets me. Oh, look at that. And then put it on a piece of cardstock like eucalyptus. I had a piece of eucalyptus out earlier. Let me see if I can find it. There it is. Watch this. Eucalyptus cardstock. A nice little mat around the outside edge would be lovely. Sentiment in the center. Add that stitching and maybe put some little gemstones or enamel dots. And we have a card. So I'm not going to finish it because I do have one more thing I want to show you. Isn't that pretty? Now you don't even have to stitch that. You could leave it like that, just with the piercing, and it looks really cool. Right? So you could even do like some stamping on a card and then use that radiant one just to add detail. Because what happens is it does these teeny tiny holes at the ends, but this also impresses these lines so you know where the stitches go. Is that you know you connect that hole to that hole, but it also will make an impression. So you could just do it on a background. Let me do this on a piece of cardstock so you can see. So this is just plain white cardstock. I'm using a scrap here. It has a torn edge, but you'll get the idea. Oop, oop, oop. You can also, come on, my thread got in the way. You could also use the embossing mat and make kind of more of an impression. I'm just going to use it as a die. You scrolling? I never would have put these colors together, ever, ever. Yes, you could use a marker for sure, or just don't stitch it, like here. See here? You can see, look at that. So you don't even have to stitch that. Use that with, you know, like something, this is a sun I have from something else, with something at the focal point. And it just draws your attention in. Yeah, you could use a gel pen and just go right. Let me show you. This is a, let me see if it works. I don't even know if this, yeah. This is a Sakura glitter pen, and you can just go right into the groove and have, oh, mine's dying. It's old, hang on. Let me try again. Go right along those lines. If you make sound effects, it's better. Okay, so look at, do you see there? Can you see the glitter in those? Isn't that pretty? And you don't have to stitch. I just think this is beautiful. Here's the thing, there are so many great products, but you've seen in video in my lives, I just get really excited when companies do something different or put a lot of thought into how things work well together. Anyway, but this face, the sun, you can stamp the face on it and then stitch the rays. It'd be fun to do 3 of them lined up with a little simple sentiment underneath it. But the sentiment on this, I don't know. Oh, I like that you're my person. Have a lovely day would look nice in the center too. Just a simple stamped greeting. Anyway, so that's an easy one to finish off. Just finish that stitching, add some gems, and you're good to go. And I never would have picked that color palette, but that really helped me. Yeah, my color palettes. I'm going to use my sound effects. That's just what I do. Now, there are some other die sets from Concord and Night that I wasn't going to show. One is, can you put the one up that says, picks me, pick something? Oh, yeah. I think it's, is that what it's called?
Just
Picked? I don't know what it's called. Hang on. Where is it? Oh, here it is. It has the flowers on it. It's a blue background with flowers. Flower die cuts. Hang on. I don't know what I called it.
Yeah, just picked.
Yes. This is a new die set also. I didn't get it out to use today, but if you love flowers, this is fantastic. And if you look in the background, you see that vase? That has little piercing dots if you want to stitch those details on the vase. So that's another set that Concord and Ninth came out with. And I love the additional little die cuts on those flowers. But I've done a lot of flowers lately, so I didn't want to do flowers today. All right, we can come back here. I think those were all the pictures. All right, this one. This set, I've started this one, so I'm just going to kind of put it together so you can see it. This is called City Blocks, and this is one of those really well thought out collections from Concord and Ninth. There are the City Block stamp set, the City Block dies, and the City Block stencils. Now, did I give you any City Block images, Mike?
Yes.
Can you show the City Block? Oh yeah. Mike's going to show some examples. These are from the Concord and Ninth website. Look how cute that is. So that's a stenciled background to create the buildings. And then you add the stamped and die cut little windows and doors and such. Then, can you show another one? Look at that one. It's completely different looking, but the same products. And you can see there's those little banners that have greetings on it. Those are also included. And then was there another one? And there it shows, look at that one on the bottom left. They didn't use the stencils with that one on the bottom left. They just used the windows and die cuts. So you can use this in a lot of different ways. All right, so I started one and I used a color cube card. I pulled out this one. I wanted to do, instead of bright colors, I wanted something a little more muted. And this is the one that I pulled. Look how beautiful that is. This is again from a color cube. And I use this as a starting point, but I kind of veered from it. So let me show you. First of all, I did my background just to save time, but I'll show you what I did. All you have to do is line up these stencils. There's little etch marks for the corners. And, oh, hold on. What did I do? Oh, it's upside down. And you line it up and you ink over it. Now this particular stencil I skipped, so I had some white. Then you can pick another one. And this one, I've got to look at the etching. This one, I did eucalyptus over. So that's eucalyptus ink from Concord and Ninth. I did it kind of light. Then over this one, I used some Altenew inks. I used Misty Morning and Cloudy Sky, but I had some brighter blues on my brush still, so it came out a little bit brighter. I was trying to go for these, but I ended up a little bit brighter, but I think it's still pretty. Then the next stencil gives like the shadows and some additional. So I did that stenciling off screen. So you just get these unique colors. Yep, I wanted something different. I did leave one stencil uninked, so I had white buildings. Okay, and I like this sentiment too. Now, in the sentiment set, there are all these, or in the stamp set, I use this one, but there are these little ones that say, "You did it, you're great, love you, big hugs, thank you, hello friend, hooray, and happy birthday." And those get stamped on these little banners that you can hang on the buildings. And that's in the die set. All right. Then in the set, there's also this, what's really cool about this is it's one big stamp for all the windows. So you stamp all the windows on some cardstock, and then you use the one die and it cuts them all out at once. So it's not a bunch of individual stamps and dies. You can do them all at once and get all the different sizes. Then here are the doors. So there's a stamp for the details on the doors, and you die cut them all at once. And then also in the die set, there are little flower pots, little greeneries to put in the flower pots, little balcony, what do you call those? Like the, what do you call it? Like the fence. What do you call those? Come on now. You'll see them in a minute. And then there are, a little heart and a little like flag. So you could hang like a little heart from something. But let me show you. There are also, I haven't done this part yet. All I did was a stenciling and stamp that one greeting. There are these that add little detailed texture to the sides of the buildings. And you can, these actually add texture, but they also add tiny little piercings if you want to stitch them. I'm not going to stitch them because I want to assemble everything on it instead. Is everything going okay up there, Mike? Mm-hmm. Okay. So I'm going to line these up. These are for the side of the buildings. You'll see them in just a moment. So I'll put one here. And you could skip different steps. Isn't this railings? Thank you. You know, words are hard. Right, Mike?
Yep.
Words are hard. So we've got all these that go for all the sides of the building. This is all of these different things. You could skip the steps, you know, if you want to, but this is what, if you like to put together little scenes, and Concord and 9th has a lot of building scenes too that you can mix with it. Okay, so I line those up with the sides of the buildings. Just wait. This is going to come together and look like buildings in a moment. I'm hoping. That's what I'm hoping. Okay, let's see here. So these added little textured details to the sides of the buildings. Brianne's gonna freak. I got my knife out. She's always afraid I'm gonna cut myself. All right. This is subtle, but if for those of you like me who love those details, it just adds something interesting to it. And again, you can stitch in these if you want to, but I'm not. I'm gonna go with just the details. I'll show it to you in a moment. So we have a little bit of detail on the side of our buildings. Can you see those little details? Isn't that cool? And you could stitch those if you wanted to. Yeah, they come up with a lot of great little details. All right, so now I'm gonna start adding things on here. I think my dog's hungry. Okay, so I did some stamping and die cutting. First, I have some banners. This one says, "Hello, friend." And none of these are doubled up. I'm just going flat this time. I'm gonna hang that on the top of a building there. And I'll hang one down here too. Actually, let me put some windows on here. Let's do a window here. Get some little guys. I stamped all these windows. I did some in dark and some in light, but I think I'm only gonna use the dark. Do we have a lot of, actually, I'm gonna just do the one there. Put one down here, and off center. And I'll put this big one that says "Big Hugs" down here. And it'll just kind of hang across that building. And then I want to have 3 of those banners, and then I'll start adding windows and stuff. Where did my banner go? Where'd he go? I had a little one. He ran away. I had a little one that says "Love You" that I was going to put there. If I find it, I'll add it. But then I can start adding some windows and things to this. So I have these windows. These I stamped. I used the colors of ink that I showed you for the stenciling. And I'll just start adding these windows. Adding different things here and there. So this one, oh, here it is. It's right here. It's right here. Yeah, words disappear, especially when you're in a video. So I'll hang that up there. My windows are moving. Let's move them lower. Ooh, come on, there we go. Isn't that cute, that little "Love You" hanging down? I'm gonna put a door right here. Let's do this blue one. I cut these from Altenew Cardstocks that match the inks, the cloudy sky and such that I showed you before. And then I'll put a window here and a window here. Now, if you're wondering where to put windows and such, just follow one of the examples on the Concord and 9th website. And just, that makes it so much easier. That's why they do the examples, to make it easier for those of us who tend to overthink things. And let's put a door right here. That door I'm going to do green. So I cut this one from eucalyptus cardstock. And I stamped with eucalyptus ink the doors from the stamp set, and I used the die to cut it out. I'll put a door down here. I want to have like 3 doors. Let's do this one. It's a lot of small touches, but this is what, if you're like me and you like the details, this kind of set is, now normally I'd probably put some dimension behind these, but I don't think it needs it. Look at that. Look at these windows. And these are not little die-cut teeny tiny window sills or window panes. Instead, you stamp them and it works just perfect. So then I've got like the rails. Now these rails, I'll be clear, these rails are really thin, and probably what I should have done is cut them after I put double-sided adhesive on the back from Altenew, so that I could just use them as a sticker. Now, I kind of veered from this. Instead of this like gold color, I did Concord 9th wheat cardstock for my rails. And thank you for the help with the word rails. Can you scroll it? So you don't have to make this as complicated as I'm doing here. You saw there were some simpler examples, but this is what floated my boat. All right, let's see. Do I have any more of those? Let's do, oh, that's too big of a window. Let's do this small one. Put a small one here. So I'm going to continue to add little windows and such. Like here I'll do a square window if I've got any. Yep. And then I'll put a little rail around it, kind of like a window box kind of thing. You're so jealous of me because Ken can cook. Yeah, well, Mike and I cook some now too. Yeah. You know how he ended up cooking was my friend Jana, who's a crafter, and I would take cooking classes where you actually like make the stuff in class. And I would come home with these great recipes and we loved it. It was fun. Well, after trying so many of the recipes and liking them, he started doing some of the cooking classes too. And that's what sold him. I think when he purchased a set of really good knives, he was sold. I'm just trying to find, I was going to do all the same size window or same color windows, but I might have to change it up. Okay, so I would continue to add some windows. I'm going to do a railing up here, but then we have these little planters. Look at these. So I'll put a little planter right here. Actually, I can do more glue than that. These planters, I went kind of inspired by this color. This was a little more brown, but I went for a little more berry color. This is Berrylicious from Altenew. It's a great color. And I thought that little pop of like a berry color would be nice. And then I can do a little heart here under our sentiment. And then I can just add some little planters. Like, let's see, I will put maybe a planter next to this door. But look at all these little planters. I glued some together. This one has a little cactus in it. Look at that. So cute. And then I'll put one up here and I'll put a railing in front of, over it in a moment. But look how cute these little planters are. And I'll just scatter those around. Let's do one down here. And I just glued these together off screen. What knives he uses, I don't know what they are, but they like Japanese knives. They're really good knives. Let me cut this off the sides. Okay, I think I'm going to do a few more. Let me do some more of the little details because I really want to have this done. So you can kind of, done-ish. Let's do some rails up here. I'll do a rail here. I'll do 2 rails so it's longer. Aren't the banners fun? So again, here while I'm gluing these on, Mike, can you show the city one that has lots of examples just so they can see some additional things? Because I think that's interesting. See it? Look at all the different things you can do. That's just some of the examples. Again, those are from Concord and 9th. They're always very kind about, oh, here's my other windows, letting me share some of their examples. Okay, you can come back here. All right. So you could even use some of the flowers, like in one of the window boxes. I could put some right there, but I think I'll put a flower pot right here because I'm just having too much fun with these. Zoink, zoink. Look at that. Uh-oh. He moved. I did fix the window. Martha, yes, I will always, trust me, I would never leave it undone. All right. Some of these aren't completely straight, but you get the idea. I think we need one here. Let's do this guy up here. Isn't this fun? I probably should have put more than one here, but yeah, well, you'll live and learn. This one I'll have, just go right to the top so it's above it. There we go. Look at that. Now my heart needs to be layered. Always layer up your hearts. It makes them stand out more. Zoink, zoink. Put another one on there. I'm sure I cut lots of these hearts. That little heart die is in here. Can you believe that? So there we go. Look at that. And those little pops of that, yeah, wobbly architecture, of that berrylicious color really makes it stand out. Isn't that cute? I love it. Thank you, Dawn. I appreciate that. We'll go to buying meals for folks for Thanksgiving. Look at that. You know what? I'm gonna put a little plant on that railing. Let me see right here. I'm gonna make it hang down. So there's a little plant on that railing. Look at that. So cute. Isn't that fun? So now that I can just glue onto a card front and I'm good to go. I mean, I could add more details, but I mean, you can see I veered a little bit from the color cube, but I never would have put those colors together, and I love it. I love that little pop of color on it. Isn't that fun? So you could skip this sentiment and put like just a big bold die cut sentiment on it if you wanted. That's the city block from Concord and 9th. All right, let me put it on a card base because I will definitely want to send that one out. That could be used for a lot of different occasions too. I do want to put a little doorknob on there. See, these are little things I like to do. I'll do a little white dot there. I'll do one on here. And then down here, I'll do a little silver one. Zoink. There we go. Okay. Look at that. Zoop, 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 zoop. Oop. Off the edge. Here we go. Look at that. You could do a mat, but I think I like it without a mat. I think I like it like that. Not much bulk to it either. Scroll. I'll put something heavy on that while it dries. Again, the colors I used for those blues are Misty Morning and Cloudy Sky, and Nimbus was the windows. Some of my windows went wonky, but you get the idea. I was trying to do it fast. And then there are cardstock colors. Let me get the swatch from Altenew that match that too. So this is the Cloudy Sky cardstock that matches the ink, and the Nimbus cardstock that matches the ink. And that's what I used for like some of the doors. And then in the green there is the eucalyptus from Concord and 9th. The berry color is Berrylicious from Altenew. And then Craft for the brown. I did pull out a mushroom color to add in there, but I ended up not using it. But it got me kick-started and made me do a different color combination than I normally would do, you know? Something different. Yeah, Southwest colors, that's true. All right, and you could do totally happy colors and get a completely different feel. So there you go. Isn't that fun? All right, I wish I could finish some of my cards. I really do. I'm gonna play for 1 minute, not 1 minute, a few minutes, because I want to go back to these Kristina Werner dot on dots. And I want to make a quick background while we pick winners of a giveaway. How about that? Do they do gift cards there, right? Concord Night? I think they do. I'm going to do her dot on dots. So this is a white panel. I could do it right in front of a note card. Okay, we'll do gift cards to Concord and 9th. We're going to do gift card giveaways to Concord and 9th at the end of this live in a few minutes. For your chance, you just leave a comment in the chat. If you've been leaving comments, you're eligible. That's all it takes. Now, remember, I could do 2 card panels on this, but I'm being lazy and just doing one. And I'm going to layer some of these dots together and do a really fast card. Fast-ish. Let's do teals because that's just my jam. So this again is the lots of dots, or dots on dots from Kristina Werner. I'll do Aqua Sky first. And I'm going to start up at the top and fade down to nothing. And the only reason I'm doing this is I really wanted to use this stencil set, and also give you time to leave a comment if you haven't yet, because we're going to do giveaways.
How many?
Let's do 2 tonight. Let's do 2. Okay, so I did Aqua Sky, which is my favorite Concord color, and I did heavier towards the top, fading to nothing at the bottom. Look at that. That's cool. That's really cool. Now, I'm going to line up on top of that. Ooh. Now I can line up the next stencil, which has smaller dots, directly on top of it, or look at, I can offset it. Let me just offset it and show you. Like, you could offset it and create a new, like a different pattern. You could do like a little halo looking effect. You could put dots in between the other dots. Oh, come on. Kristina, I'm just going to line it up on top of the other dots I've already done and add some darker ink. I'm going to switch to my waffle flower brush so I can add a darker color a little more quickly. These background blending brushes are really nice from Waffle Flower. So this is Pink Fresh Turquoise ink. It's nice darker color compared to the Aqua Sky. So I'm doing that heavy at the top and kind of fade it as I go down. Let's see what's happening. My dogs are going crazy out there. Oh, look at that. Can you see how it's like a dot on top of a dot? Oh, come on. Now what would be cool is for this third stencil to do clear glitter paste, but I don't want to take the time for it to dry. So I'm just going to stick with inks, and I'm going to go darker here. Where did my peacock go? Here it is, Peacock from Concord and 9th. Do that heavy at the top. Sorry, my dogs. Why are they not getting the dogs? Why are they going crazy? They're right outside the window. Okay. So I'm putting that kind of heavy towards the top, and I'm going to switch to this one to go kind of lighter down. Okay, let's see. Look at that. Look how cool that looks. Isn't that cool? And you could do different colors on top of each other and they would just blend. So like you could do yellow for the big dot, put pink on top of it, and you would end up with orange. You know, you could layer them together. Can you scroll it? All right, so I just thought this would be neat, and then just do a simple sentiment on the bottom. Let me see. I'll just grab this. Where's my extra Misty? Oh, come along now. Hang on. Because I have my other Misty set up with all the sentiments already in it. So let's see here. So quick. It looks really cool. This one, I think I'll use, give me a minute, I need to overthink. So that's what I'm good at. Oh, you know, the alphabet would be fun, but I don't think I want to take the time to do that right now. Like you put somebody's name here. So you could do like a thin happy birthday and put Lila with the letters. But I think I'm just, to make this faster, I'm going to grab one of these. I think I'll do the I'm here for you. Yeah. I think I'll do I'm here for you, but then I want a little sentiment underneath it. Let's see, what about you can weather this storm, or hold please, I'm overthinking one of these. Let's see. I'm here for you. Everything will be okay. That's what I need. That's what Kristina has said to me 9 million times, and I'm going to go with that. Let me get a piece. I'm going to put a piece of clear plastic over this so that I can put this dirty stamp on it without having to clean it. Okay, I'm here for you down towards the bottom center, and then right above it, everything will be okay. Now let me close the door on my, that's not really centered. This is kind of big for in here, but that's okay. Do, 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 do. Let me see. Yeah. Okay, now I want to test this. So I have this piece of clear plastic over this, and I'm going to stamp on that first to make sure I like the position. Yeah. So now I can remove that clear plastic, and I'll just wipe it off so it's clean. This is just from the back of a stamp set. Now I can stamp it onto my panel. Hold on. Okay. Is Tilly here? Tilly, if you're here, hello, and I hope you feel better. So Elizabeth, who owns Pashta Design, the one who makes like this felt stitching dies and such, her little girl, I believe she's 5, her name is Tilly, and I think she's sick and she's watching. Tilly, I'm glad you're here. I hope you're feeling better very quickly. I hope you feel better very quickly. I'm glad you're here. Tilly, I need to show you what Lila made. Maybe I'll see if Lila will make you one, but hold on, let me get my gemstones out first. Lila made this, Tilly, and it reminds me of the rainbow felt stuff that your mom does. I'll see if Lila will make you a little rainbow and send it to you. So I've told Lila about Tilly, so I bet she would. All right, I have little gemstones. These are from Trinity. They're called Lakewood. And I think what I'll end up doing is just on some of these dots, add a little gem to the center, just to have some sparkles. I'll do some bigger, some smaller, because why not? Because I can. Tilly, do you like the little dots? Okay, let me show you. So see how it just, isn't that fun? So fast. You could do a rainbow of dots going from the top to the bottom, so many things. Question, if you want to use a stamp wheel with the turnabout stamp, but you don't have the black sticky mat underneath, how do you center your paper? They have some alignment guides. They look like little corners to go in the center, or you can measure, or the easiest thing is to cut a piece of cardstock that's the same size as the opening on your stamp wheel and put it in there, and then trim off the extra and use it for something else. That would be the easiest way to do it. All right, I'll just overthink dots now. Oh yes, Pashta. I will be using Pashta on my Black Friday live stuff. I'm really excited about what I'll show you on that. I just got all the felt for it because I needed more. Thank you I ordered it from Elizabeth and she shipped it really quick. And I think I might start that tonight. All right, so these little details are the kinds of things that I feel really make a card pop. Are these just little details that don't take long by adding these little gemstones. See how it just adds a little fun? These are rounded. They're more like dewdrops with color to them. If you wanted something sparkly, you definitely could have done that. Hold on, I need one more. I need one over here. That was bothering me. I don't know why. Boop. Okay, there we go. And that I would just glue to a card front. Isn't that fun? Laura, I am usually slow because I'm a perfectionist when it comes to the results, but I tend to go a little hog wild in lives, and so I go faster, which is not normal for me. Okay, so let's see. I have some things somewhat done here, not completely. Let's see. I've got these 2 backgrounds. I've got the stitching I need to finish, and I will finish these. I've been really good about it. I finished my cards and I put up a blog post. The live I did on Friday, I finished up the cards today, and I'll put the blog post up soon.
Someone asked what the little bottle is that you put there.
These bottles, I will be sharing what these bottles are in my crafty gift guide, which will be coming out in a week or two. Yeah, I was really particular about the ones that I like and the container I put them in, so I want to make sure I give you the right link. But they'll be in my crafty gift guide. Somebody asked about Black Friday. I will be going live all day from morning till night on both Black Friday and Small Business Saturday. So it's the 2 days after Thanksgiving. I did it on Friday last year. We had so much fun. I decided to make it 2 days this year because I am completely nuts.
Yep.
These are Trinity Stamps Lakewood. They have lots of colors of these dewdrops, and they're one of my favorites. And they come in the big, medium, small, and extra tiny small in one package. Yeah, Pashta Designs is great. Okay, so I will finish these. We have all those sentiments we can add. Lots of them. Oh, that looks right. Nice there. Anyway, and again, all of the affiliate linking that I earned today from things you buy from my list below will be going to buy meals for folks who need it for Thanksgiving time. Well, this time, I guess you would say. And Concord and Ninth said they would match it. Also, actually, I'm going to switch that. Also, if anybody who sent a super chat, keep in mind, YouTube gets a little bit of that, but whatever I get, I will be using to buy that food too. I don't know what I'm going to be doing yet. I was transparent about that at the beginning, but I'm thinking I'm going to buy the boxes of food that will be distributed to families in need for Thanksgiving meal. I will take pictures and share in future lives and also maybe in my Instagram stories as much as I can share to let you know the good we did, right? But there we go. There are some of the things that I got going today. All right, Mike, did you pick 2 winners?
Yes.
All right, so these winners get a $50 gift card to Concord and Ninth. The first winner is, and this is donated by me, so all you have to do is email me through my website and let me know if you're the winner, and we'll get it sent to you.
First one is Tracy Erickson.
Tracy Erickson. You get the first gift card, so go to my website and email me. And the second winner is?
Jeanette Ansley.
Jeanette Ansley. So you two, please email me through my website, and we will get you a gift card. And Concord and Ninth gift cards work on the Concord and Ninth products and also Kristina's great products. And I am going to tape my needle on here so I don't lose it. There we go. I am not sure when I'm going to go when I'm going to go live again. When I will be doing a live again. I may do one this week, but I need to get ready for Black Friday and Small Business Saturday because each hour I create multiple cards with different companies. So I got to prep that ahead of time, and also I'm doing my crafty gift guide. So I will do my best to go live this week at some point. I might on Friday, maybe. I don't know. But the best way to find out when I'm going live is to join my Facebook group called Share Handmade Kindness. Also, you can sign up to get a text 30 minutes before I go live, and that you'd go over to my website and click the button to sign up for my newsletter and scroll down a little bit and you'll see to sign up for a text. And that only works in the US. Unfortunately, that's how they do it. And yes, I'm wearing my pajamas. All right. Anything else?
We got just under 1,700 in super chats.
Okay. So Mike said we got close to $1,700 in super chats. Whatever YouTube doesn't take from that, I will use for meals. And Greg is going to match what we're doing. And then I will see what my affiliate linking is at the end of the day. He'll match it and we're going to do some good. And I promise to share it with you. Tomorrow, online card classes, So Very Merry 25 starts. You can join anytime. If you want to, somebody just asked, can you direct me to shopping at Concord and Ninth through my links? If you go to my YouTube description, there is a link at the top that says live in it. You can open that page and there's thumbnails of all the products. If you click any of those, that will work. That's how it works in all my lives. That's how I earn my income and keep doing lives. And that's how a lot of content creators work. So that's a great way to support your content creators. Or you can look at the YouTube description. The products are linked there. All of those would work too. Michelle, I will be praying for your 91-year-old mom who's having surgery on Friday. I will pray for her. Okay, there we go. There we go. That was a good way to spend a Sunday afternoon. Yeah. And you know what? I'm going to take a picture of this.
Acrylic block is from Bossy Jossie.
Oh, yeah. My heavy weights are from Bossy Jossie. But this list of foods that work for Thanksgiving meals for folks in need that don't require refrigeration, I will take a picture of this and share it on Instagram if people are looking for some ideas. But that might be what we do. I think that might be the best way. I just need to get some people to help. Betsy, I see you're here. You going to help me? All right. Thank you all for being here. Thank you, Brian and Mike, for your help, and Concord and Ninth for helping some people in need along with me. And I will see you again soon. Take care and have a great night. Bye-bye.